Commercialism and corporate synergy have joined forces to bring you super stupid fighting game crossovers. Don't miss out on the confusion of a lifetime when heroes from games that have nothing in common cross paths. Behold, hilariously unbalanced battles. You press the shiny red button, the jolly candy-like button. Experience super stupid fighting game crossovers.
There are just 5 rules for this fight club. 1. The character must have his origins in a video game. Sorry, Pepsi Man. 2. The character must have appeared in one game other than his own. Sorry, Norimaru. 3. The character must earn his place on the list through incompetence, unappealing design, or a combination of the two. 4. There is no Rule 4. 5. Rule 4 is cliched. Not to be confused with the guy who created Rez, Mies Oguchi is a pioneer in the thankless occupation of fighting game comic relief. Years before Dan Hibiki, the star of Fighter's history was embarrassing anyone who dared to select him with emasculated attacks and some of the most bastardly taunts this side of an Xbox Live deathmatch. Somebody please kick his ass! All that douchebaggery just couldn't be contained in a single game, or even a sequel. Knowing this, Data East sent Mies Oguchi to 16th century China in the game Fuan Psyche, aka Dark Legend 2. It's a move so anachronistic and improbable that even the writers of Xena Warrior Princess would be impressed. Anyway, Fuan Psyche is a retelling of the 108 Stars legend, which you might recall was also the basis for the Konami series Suikoden. The differences are there aren't anywhere near 108 characters in Dark Legend 2, and you're subjected to scenes like this. I just know I'm going to catch hell for this one, but I don't care. I absolutely loathe this character, and if you've got a problem with that, make your own damn list! Anyway, Athena first starred as a goddess of wisdom in the lackluster Super Mario Bros. Clone of the same name. When SNK started its long career of leeching from Capcom, Athena was resurrected in Psycho Soldier, a forgettable side-scroller that bummed most of its ideas from the equally unremarkable Sun Sun. Alright, I'm exaggerating. Psycho Soldier was the first video game with a J-pop soundtrack performed by real singers, so the next time you're grinding your teeth through one of the sappy songs in Kingdom Hearts, you know who to thank for making it all possible. Fast forward to 1994. That's when Athena Asamiya and her fully vocalized, fully obnoxious theme song were introduced to the King of Fighters. There's nothing wrong with the character if you're playing as her, but it's a whole different story when the computer is behind the wheel. Athena has a nasty habit of turning the tide in a fight. Just when you think you've got victory in the bag, she steps into the ring to thoroughly humiliate you with an iron defense, impeccably timed counters, and the constant squeals of Tiger Ball! The moment she makes an appearance, you know both you and your ears are going to suffer. Okay. You remember Cody, right? He was the guy you didn't pick in Final Fight. 9 times out of 10, players powered their way through the game as the hulkish Hagger, or harnessed the lightning speed of 20th century ninja Guy. There was no room for a middle ground in a beat-em-up this brash and outrageous, and no interest in a generic blonde street brawler who was practically worthless without a knife. Too bad nobody said as much to the guys who made the Super NES version. Cody inspired just as much indifference when he was introduced to Street Fighter Alpha 3. In keeping with its desperate attempt to break with tradition and bring a vapid late 1990s sensibility to the series, Alpha 3 thugged up Cody with a prison uniform and a pair of handcuffs. The dangerous new look didn't change the fact that Cody was still the same old loser he was in the 1980s, with a pathetic reach, uninspired attacks, and the coup de grace, a grating chuckle that sounds like it should be coming from a Bush League Batman villain. Ha ha! Hell no! Karnov had a nasty habit of sticking his fat ass where it didn't belong. The Russian circus freak pioneered the concept of the video game crossover by appearing in a number of Data East arcade games, from Bad Dudes to the appropriately bizarre Trio the Punch. There's even speculation that after the chef from Burger Time made his 30-foot-long sandwiches, they dropped directly into Karnov's mouth. Hey, it's an entirely plausible theory. Perhaps Karnov's most embarrassing cameo appearance was in Fighter's History, the Me Too fighting game that Data East released in 1993. It's been the frequent topic of discussion on Fighter's misery for obvious reasons. While other fighters at the time rewarded you with epic boss battles that still stand out as some of gaming's most memorable moments, Fighter's History served up Karnov, who became so impossibly obese in the 6 years after his already doughy debut that it looked like a Thin Mint was all you'd need to bring the fight to an end.